Hey, your boy NopaL in the house. And I wanted to talk about Triple G's upcoming fight, which is, I believe, today. And it's going to be featured on the zone. Well, I think, basically, I've been noticing Triple G in his workouts. And I think that he's actually looking spectacular. I mean, he looks like he's like that layoff is did him really good. Now there's rumors circulating that he barely started doing VADA testing right now. So I mean, what was he doing for 9 months? But nevertheless, I mean, he's looking pretty good, and you know, in his training, he appears that he's using a lot of, like kind of like a little bit different footwork, little small changes, and also he's moving his head a lot more, a lot more. So with these new changes, I think it would be beneficial for him not to, do his usual plan of just trying to look for the knockout right away. If it's his usual self, usual mentality in there, I would predict a fourth round knockout basically of Steve Rolls, because Steve Rolls doesn't look like much. He actually, next to Triple G, he basically looks like a welterweight, and so I would predict an early knockout. But what Triple G should do, and listen to me right here, because this is a gem right here. What Triple G should do is make it a 12-round fight and look for the knockout in the 12th round, so he can get his rust out of the way, and so he can so he can employ his new skills and practice his new skills in an actual fight. That's what he should do. That's one thing that he should have tried to do in his career in other fights, where all he did is look for the knockout. But I guess he wanted that big knockout streak, which in reality doesn't mean too much, because it was guys that anybody could knock out. Basically, it was other Steve Rolls in there. So that's what I'm saying. I think that Triple G should look to get his rust out of the way and look for the knockout somewhere around the 11th or 12th, just so he can, employ his new movement the whole fight, and, because the real practice comes in the fight, not what you do in the gym is good for repetition and all that, but the real test is when you when you get in the ring, and that's what Triple G should do. Now, as far as his new skills or whatever, or his new head movement, that is will he be able to use that against Canelo? And if you basically, I don't think he would, because I'm gonna tell you this: Golovkin's best defensive object, the best thing that he has in his defense is he's really good at holding a good distance on his opponent, because he needs to create that distance for his punches to be effective. His short punches and all that, they don't garner much power, so, and he's not too good at the inside, so Triple G is a master at the distance. If you try to get too close to him, he'll take a step back and move away. And then if you try to move away, that's where he tries to chase you and create, and he tries to tag you at the correct distance, where his punches are really effective. So I don't think basically, I don't think his head movement's gonna, he won't be able to utilize that at all, because, he'd be really stupid to try to fight Canelo on the inside. So, not to get too much off subject, but yes, Triple G is looking really good, and I just hope that, for his sake, or it's not really my problem, but I'm just telling you guys that if he really wants to get some good practice in there with his new head movement, he really needs to try to take this to 11 or 12 rounds, and look for the knockout later. It's really not about knocking out all these bums. These guys don't got a good resume. Rolls is coming in there with 18 wins, but he's already like 35, 30. 18 wins in so many years. He's been really inactive, I believe, and And I mean, that's what I think. I think I looked at it over his resume really quick, so I could be wrong, but I think it was he's like 35 years old and he has 18 wins and 10 knockouts only. So off the bat, you can see that he's way undergunned versus way overgunned versus Triple G. So you know, I basically predict this fight won't go more than 6 rounds, but you know, just because I'm feeling lucky, I'm gonna place a $50 bet against Triple G, you know, even though, I mean, it might be stupid, but whatever. We'll see. We'll try our luck. All right. Nopal Boxellanos, or